everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Put a finger down if when you were 17, you found out you were pregnant and you actually hadn't had before and you didn't actually have until you were 6 months pregnant. I tend to think that I'm like the only one on the planet who went through what I went through. So I don't know, maybe there's someone else out there. Maybe. Okay, so no, it's not impossible. It happened. I got pregnant without having it happened. So I was 15 and I was trying to put a tampon in. I had tried multiple times and I couldn't figure it out. I thought I just wasn't doing it right, or I was putting in the wrong spot. This was before the internet, so it's not like I could just go and like YouTube it or Google it or chat GPT it. Like, I was on my own. Went to my mom and I was like, hey, I can't get a tampon in, something's weird. And she's like, okay, let's make you an appointment. So she takes me to the doctor, first OBGYN appointment, and she's going to do the pelvic exam. I'm like in the bed, feet in the syrup. She goes to do it and she goes, oh, okay, so we've got a problem. And she basically told me, this is a visual. So basically, this is my vagina, right? Like, if this would be my vagina opening. Imagine I had skin like this that was like on the inside covering the opening. So there was only a little tiny, you see that little hole there? Like tiny opening in my vagina, like that. She told me, she's like, honey, I can't even get my pinky in there. She's like, I could barely get the very tip of her pinky in. She could not do a pelvic exam. And she was like, this is really rare. I've never actually seen this. I heard about it in medical school. We don't know why it happens. It's just random. And she's like, but you have, and the skin was like thick, like this thick. It wasn't like something I could break. It was thick. So she's like, it doesn't affect you and it's not a problem, except you can't have sex. My mom is over the moon. She's like, built-in chastity belt, hell yeah. I'm like, wait, but what? Like, well, we're just gonna leave it? And my mom was like, when you're 18, I will pay for you to get the surgery. That sucks because I have things I wanted to do. I had plans that were being thwarted, but whatever. So I meet my boyfriend. That was when I was 15. I made my boyfriend when I'm 16. And I tell him my boyfriend had been sexually active before meeting me. So I like had to say something. And I was like, I can't have sex. I explained the whole thing to him. He actually wasn't fazed. He was like, oh, all right. He's like, I'll wait. Super chill about it. So, you know, we do other things and it's fine. We had a lot of fun. Like 2 months into us dating, we had a night where we were alone. We shouldn't have been alone. And we were messing around, and I like the word dribble. Okay, there was dribble. Well, obviously he couldn't go in. There was no insertion or even like, it was just a dribble. So basically, one time we fooled around like that. It literally went down in through that tiny hole, through the hymen, up to the cervix. A dribble did. I didn't think anything of it. Like, I thought like we were good, there's no issues. So 3 weeks later, I'm due for my period. My period's late. My brain doesn't even go to that. Like, not one part of me thought, oh, maybe I'm pregnant. No. So after 2 weeks late, then my brain was like, oh my God, am I pregnant? Like, there's no way. I go and buy a pregnancy test. I take it and it was like instant pregnant, 2 solid hard lines. And I'm like, that can't be right. I take 10 more tests. I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh my God, freaking out. Mind you, I'm super Mormon, born and raised in Utah. At this point, I was the president of the Laurels in the Young Women's group. Like, I was as Mormon as you could possibly get. So I'm terrified. I'm thinking my boyfriend is going to break up with me. He's going to be pissed. He's going to ditch me. So I'm already crying when I'm like, you need to come over. And I like tell him, and he's like, oh, okay, well, no problem. We'll handle it. This isn't a big deal. It's okay. And he was actually very comforting. I married him, by the way. current husband. He's my current husband. The scary part was having to tell my mom. I literally took her in public. I took her to the mall, sat her in the food court, and wrote her a letter because I couldn't speak it out loud. I was so scared. And this woman didn't believe me. She did not believe me. She thought I was absolutely crazy. So she took me back to the doctors, same doctor who told me I couldn't have sex, and literally sat in the room with me and told this doctor, Dr. Pam, that she thought I had a parasite, like an alien was growing inside my body. There's no way my daughter would have done this. Even though I told her, like, Mom, I did stuff. Like, I didn't have sex, but like, it's possible. Like, weirdly, rarely, I don't know. So the doctor, obviously I had peed in the cup, and the second she put her hands on my abdomen to like do an abdomen push check, she's like, oh honey, yeah, you're pregnant. I was like, by the time I got to the doctor's office with my mom, I was 2 months pregnant. To finish off the not having sex till I was 6 months pregnant, she told me to start like opening the hole because they couldn't do surgery at this point because I'm pregnant. I couldn't go under anesthesia. It would be too painful to go in and just cut it. So she gave me like a numbing lubricant, and she said every day I had to go in and start opening the hole myself, like with my finger, like opening it. And then at a couple months into doing that, she gave me a speculum thing. Once I had gotten it a certain amount open or stretched, she gave me this speculum plastic thing that basically put in, and then you wind it and it opens. And I was doing that nightly with like the numbing lubricant because it hurt. Oh my God, even with the numbing stuff, it hurt so bad. I would bleed every time. I had to do this every day, but I was determined. We did try a couple times to see if like it had been open enough, and it wasn't. So finally at 6 months pregnant, I had stretched the hole open enough that me and my husband finally did the deed. And it actually was super painful because it was still super, super tight. Great for him, not great for me. I bled. I didn't have normal intercourse until after my daughter was born. But even up until like day of going into labor, it was hard for them to even do full pelvic exams because the skin was still there and it was thick. By the time after, so I had gotten an epidural, I actually didn't feel any of that. I was worried about feeling the skin like rip as she was coming out. I didn't have to deal with that. I had an epidural, but after, they were thinking they would have to go and like cut some of the skin off. They didn't. It disintegrated. Like her coming down the birth canal, just all that skin was gone. So I didn't have to ever have surgery or deal with it, and I was able to move along in my sex life just normally, but that's what happened. So when I say I got pregnant without having sex, I literally got pregnant without having sex. I feel like I'm the only person on the planet who that's happened to. So I would love for someone else to jump on here and be like, oh my gosh, me too, because can we talk? Moving on, that baby is now 16 years old and a junior in high school.
All right, what to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional, yes, we're staying lit, big dog. All right. Interesting situation. I was wondering how she was going to get to how she had sex, but so he was just ejaculating on her pelvic area? Like, that's... I don't know. You know. I don't know. Crazy situation, but yeah, a lot of jokes about her being married and stuff like that. And so you had baby Jesus, right? You had the second coming of Christ. Crazy situation. I believe, you know, crazy. As crazy as it is, yeah, I guess it could happen. We seem crazier. This may be top craziest thing. You know, things that it's not crazy, but it's like, damn, that really happened. So, yeah, shout out to Kelsey Rose. I mean, very informal story. I've, you know, never heard of that happening. I wish it would have happened to my daughters. You know what I'm saying? Close them up until they old enough, and I'll pay to get the surgery. But that don't happen in everybody, and you know, thank God though, because they're normal. You know, so they can have normal children normally. But people who have this, you're not abnormal. You just have something wrong, you know. not wrong, but it's right because God made you like this. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'll be telling people. You're not stupid. God made you exactly how He wanted you, looking ass. Very informative, but I think it would be crazy to just say, when she jumped out and said, "I got pregnant without having sex." You know, how did you get pregnant? Like how? I'm still trying to figure out how the dribble like dribbled down there. Was she like sitting up, or was she like down, or what was actually going on? But uh, uh, yeah, but hey, everyday people, man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section.